Hey everybody, I'm Miss Lynne. I am with the PACE program here in Lafayette, Louisiana, and I'm a teaching artist. The kind of art I do is called movement art. So we are going to be using our bodies to make all kinds of cool shapes and do all kinds of things that are going to help us learn more about what we learn about in school anyway. We're brought to you today by the Acadiana Center for the Arts and the Lafayette Parish school system. So, what we're going to learn about today is
trees. Can we learn about trees?
I love trees. I like climbing them.
I like trees too.
I love trees. I like hugging them.
All right, well, that's perfect. Let's learn about trees today.
Yay!
Let's start with a little movement. We'll do what's called a movement conversation. It's like a mirroring conversation. Whatever I do, you'll do back to me. All right? So you just need to back up a little bit, get some space, and there we go. Let's start with a long, tall shape like this. Can you do this? All right. And how about a wide shape like this? Can you do one like really wide where you're stretched out? Perfect. Let's do a curvy shape. Can you take your arms and curve your body and your arms all the way to the side? Awesome. And curve all the way to the other side. And hold it. Very good. Let's try an angled shape. That's where you start with straight legs and straight arms, and then you make angles. Right? Like that. So that's my angled shape. Can you see my legs? Here. There's my angled shape. All right? And you can try a twisted shape. That's when you twist your arms and your body and everything and make a big twisted shape like that. All right? Let's try all of those. Here we go. Tall and thin. Wide. You guys know these are adjectives, right, that describe the shape we're using. Curved. Let's curve the other way. Good job. Let's try something angled. Nice. And try something twisted. Right? Or something like this. Good job. Show me your favorite kind of shape. Ready? 1, 2, 3. A cool shape. Whoa, that's awesome. All right, good job. Take a little bow like that. Give yourself some applause. Awesome. All right, that's our little movement warm-up. So all you will need to do this class today is your body, which you already have, some space behind you. So if you need to go clear something out or move some furniture, you're welcome to do that in a minute. And you will need a chair, but we don't need that right now. So I'll let you know when to go get that. If you need to make some space, you can just push pause, make the space that you need, and then push play when you're ready. And I'll be right here. All right, let's get back to trees. So, how do trees appear? How do they get here? Do you think you just wave your magic wand and say, abracadabra, and trees pop up off the surface of the earth? No, right? How do they come to be? They grow from seeds. Every tree grows from a kind of seed, all right? Have you ever planted a seed? Some of you yes, some of you no. That's all right. If you have planted a seed, tell me what kind of seed you've planted. Wow, lots of different possibilities, right? Some of you planted fruits like apple trees or orange trees. Some of you planted vegetables like corn, right? Sounds like some of you planted flowers, and some of you planted grass, And some of you planted trees. And the monkey's happy about that. Okay, so I thought we would do a little game. This is called, Does This Come from a Seed? All right, just a little test. It'll be fun. All right, here's the first thing we're gonna look at. This is my Mardi Gras hat. Does this come from a seed? No, right? This is stuff that's all man-made. It's all plastic. This does not come from a seed. All right, let's look at number 2. Look at this thing. Does this come from a seed? Can you tell what this is? Yeah. All right, this does not come from a seed. Even though it's in the shape of a flower, this flower is a lamp. And it's made of metal and glass, so no way. This did not come from a seed. Did not grow out of the earth. All right, let's look at our third possibility. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's heavy. Did this grow from a seed? Yes, it sure did. This is called a philodendron. It's a plant, and this definitely started as a seed in the earth and grew. All right, good job. So many different things grow from seeds. And that's what we're gonna look at next. Did you know that even if people don't plant the seeds, nature has a way of moving seeds around all by itself? It's true. You probably know a couple of different ways that nature does this. The way we're gonna talk about today is that the wind takes seeds all over. Sometimes seeds are very light and tiny, and they are attached to like some fluffy stuff that lets them ride on the wind. So I've made a little sort of fluff that we can see how it works, all right? So this is how the wind might take them somewhere. Did you see that? All right, so that's how the wind can take seeds all around the world. Well, let's pretend that we ourselves are these seeds. Would we be heavy or light? What do you think? We would be very lightweight, right, to float on the wind. So let's pretend that we are these really lightweight seeds and that we're floating on the wind. And let's see all the different ways that we can float, okay? So I need you to stand up. Remember, you're being a seed. You're gonna back away from the screen like this. Let's be a seed that floats. Let's pretend the wind is blowing us forward. So we might blow towards the screen. Can you do that? Yeah. All right, let's blow backwards. Be careful. Look behind you. Make sure you have enough space. We're going to blow backwards. What if the wind took us that way? Let's blow that way. And then let's blow this way. You guys ready? We're going to blow in the wind. Pretend the wind is blowing us this way. Nice job. How else could the wind blow us? What could it do? I bet the wind could pick us up. Can you take a few little jumps like the wind is picking you up as it moves you across the floor? Let's do it this way. Ready? Here comes the wind. Whoosh. Picks you up and drops you all the way across the floor. Good job. What else could the wind do? The wind could make you go in a curvy path on the floor. It could make you go whoosh. Try with me, all right? We're gonna go blowing to the front and blowing to the back and blowing to the front and blowing to the back. Good job. The only thing we probably haven't done is that the wind, and I've seen this happen, I bet you have too, the wind can spin you around. So let's try it. Try to stay slow because you're just light. Floating in the wind as the wind swirls you around. Wow, if you're dizzy, unswirl the other direction. Okay, so those are some things. Maybe one more time. Yeah, those are some ways the wind takes seeds all over the world. It's amazing. And of course, if we're blowing in the wind and the wind stops blowing, what happens to the seed? That's right. It just falls. Whew, all the way down to the ground, right? So that will be the next thing we do. And sometimes the best way to explain something is to draw it. So we're going to draw what happens to that seed next. All right, let's draw this thing. So what we know is that the seed was flying in the wind, flying, flying, flying. The wind stopped, and the seed fell down. So I'm going to draw our seed right about here, right on top of the ground. Y'all can see that? Yeah? Okay, so let's pretend it rained a little bit on the seed, right? And the seed cozied up into the dirt, got really happy and wet and warm, and it's ready to grow. All right, now, do y'all think it's gonna grow up or down first? Give me a thumbs up for up, thumbs down for down. What do you guys think? Okay, some of you already know this. First, the seed has to grow down. Okay? What are these things called that reach down into the dirt? You know what these are called? These are roots, right? And the seed, once it has these roots pushing into the dirt, if the wind came along now, could it still blow it away? No, right? Because it's anchored to the ground with these roots. And why are the roots in there besides that? What are the roots looking for? When they go down into the dirt, they're looking for something. Yeah? Yep, they are looking for the water that's in there. So I'm going to make us some little water droplets to remind us that that's what the roots are looking for. Little bits of water. And there's a little bit of food in the soil too. So the roots act like straws. They pull up all that water and food up to the seed. So the seed is now ready to grow even more. It's getting stronger and stronger. And guess what way it's ready to grow now? Yeah, it's ready to grow up. So here we go. We are going to grow a little. And you guys can just watch this. We're going to do this in movement in a moment. You're going to grow a little seedling. All right? So what happens is this little green stem pushes up and two little leaves. Two little leaves. And do you guys know, no matter what kind of plant it is, it always starts like this. Two little leaves come up and they are looking for something. What do you guys think they're looking for? Yes, you got it. They're looking for the sun. So let's make a big, huge sun over here. All right? So the sunlight is coming down on the leaves, and you guys might know this and you might not know this. The sun, when it comes down onto the leaves have a way of turning that sunlight into food. So when the sun shines, the leaves sort of eat that sunshine, right? And then what happens when you guys eat over time? Do you get taller or smaller? You get taller, right? So does the plant. So it eats sort of the sun, which is called photosynthesis. You guys probably know that. And it will get taller, right? So our stem is going to grow bigger and hungrier, and it's going to make more leaves because it wants to eat more sunlight, right? Make more leaves over here. Tall stem, maybe another leaf because it's still hungry. And then finally, we don't know, right? Wow, we don't really know. I made a question mark up there. We don't know what it's going to turn into. It might turn into a fruit, like an apple tree or an orange tree. It might turn into a vegetable, like a big piece of corn, right? It could turn into a beautiful flower, like a daisy or a sunflower or a rose. What else could it be? It could turn into just a piece of grass, right? Grass grows up out of the earth. And it could be a tree, right? Yay! All right, we're ready to turn this whole thing into movement. All right, so at this point you will need a chair. You can press pause if you want. I'll show you the chair I'm gonna use in case that's helpful for you. This is the chair I'm gonna use. It's just my regular dining room chair. And you're just gonna need a chair that you can sit in and kind of curl up in, all right? So go ahead and press pause if you need to go find your chair. And when you've got it, set it up and press play. All right, so hopefully you have your chair. Here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna start by being seeds, flying in the wind. All right, so we will eventually have some seed music, but let's just play with it for right now. So here is our time to be seeds. So you can fly any way you like in the wind, right? Remember, you can go side to side. You can get picked up and bounced around by the wind, right? You can go in a straight path or a curvy path, right? You can spin in the wind. All right, whatever you want to do is fine for how you are a seed. Then we know the wind will eventually stop and we will have some music that goes something like this. When you hear that music, you are going to curl up small, 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 like a tiny little seed in your chair. All right? And there's lots of ways you can curl up. You can do it your own way. And then, guess what? So here we are. We're a tiny little seed. This is the dirt. Your chair is now the dirt. All right? And you're in there and you're waiting. And then let's pretend that it rains on us. Can you feel that? Here comes the rain and the seed gets wet and curls into the earth a little bit more. Now you're ready to grow. Now, do you guys remember what the first thing was to grow? Let me get our drawing in case that helps. All right. There we go. Back there. Hopefully you can see it. So the first thing to grow is our roots. Exactly right. We have to grow down first. Ready? What could we use to make our roots? What part of us is closest to the ground? Our toes, right? Let's do that. So there's actually a little rhyme that we could use to help us. It goes like this. Roots are brown and they grow down. Okay, so I want you to be able to see my feet. So we're in our chair all curled up and we're gonna reach our toes down into the earth looking for that water. Here we go. Roots are brown and they grow down. Right? There you go. Now the next part we said was the leaves sprouting out. So that's the next part we'll do. That's gonna look like this. Leaves are green, they must be seen. See how my leaves came out? And they're looking for something. Now they're looking up. What would they be looking for? The sun. Remember that? The leaves turn the sun into food. So if you have a light in your ceiling, you can look right at that and pretend that's the sun, right? Or if you have a window, you can put your leaves toward the window to catch that sun so you can make it into food. All right? And then you know what happens next. We get to, after we eat and eat and eat, our roots are drinking the water, our leaves are making that sunlight into food, we're going to get to grow. So here we go. So we have roots are brown, they grow down. Leaves are green, they must be seen. Flower or tree, we're going to make leaves as we grow. What will we be? All right, so your stem has grown and your leaves have grown. And then you get to really, really grow into whatever it is you have, right? So flower or a tree, what will we be? Growing our leaves. Amazing shapes we're about to see. All right, I grew into a twisted shape, which I could say is a twisted tree, right? You might want to grow into a beautiful flower. Or you might want to grow into a big watermelon, right? Or you might want to grow into a banana. Okay? Whatever it is that you want to grow into, that's what you can grow into now. So decide what you want to grow into. And we're going to do all this again with music, and we'll do it all together. Okay, now that we've practiced and we know exactly how we're going to grow, we're going to do it for real. We're going to add music and everything, all right? So back up, get ready to be a seed in the wind. You can make your own seed story. You can go anywhere the wind takes you. Here's what our wind music is going to sound like. Hear that? All right. Where's the wind taking you? Mine's going this way. All around this way. Wherever your wind takes you, you can curve or go straight. You can leap a little, get moved, or get blown around. Wherever your wind takes you. All right, get kind of close to your dirt. We're about to drop into the dirt. There'll be some dropping into the dirt music. You ready? Oh, look at that. Curl up tight, tight like a seed. Okay, pretend we get rained on. Here we go. Roots are brown. They must go down. Here comes our leaves. Leaves are green. They must be seen. Make sure you can see the sun. Get ready to grow. You know what you're growing into, right? Flower or tree. What will they be? Here we go. Amazing shapes you're about to see. What did you grow into? Hopefully it was something really cool. All right, good job. Let's try one more thing. All right, now that we've grown, I want to give you guys some more ideas. Since we are really trying to look at trees, I'm going to show you some of my favorite Louisiana trees, and we're going to make their shapes so that if we want to grow like that tree, we can. Here's the first one I'm going to show you guys. This is our live oak. It's a reaching out tree. You see that? How the branches reach out? Can we try that? So pretend that your trunk is straight and your branches are reaching out. Maybe you reach front and back, or maybe you reach up to the sides, or maybe one reaches down and one reaches up high. It's up to you how your live oak goes. All right? Here's another Louisiana tree. This is a palm tree. You ever see these around town? Palm tree. How would we describe that? What adjective would we use? It's tall and thin, but it has like a poof on top, right? So let's try that. We're gonna make a tall, thin tree and have something poofy on top, right? That's our palm tree, the palm tree of Louisiana. All right, let's try one more. This is a weeping willow tree. Hopefully you can see that. That is an unusual tree, right? So a weeping willow, to be a weeping willow, we would have to grow and then let our branches hang down in the wind, right? Can you try that? We're gonna grow and then let our branches hang like a weeping willow. Okay, good job. Let's see what's next. The next tree reaches only in one direction. You ever seen a tree like that? Let's try it. So we're gonna reach growing up, and then only reach in one direction. Right? That is another kind of tree we could look at. This one, I'm gonna call this our wide tree. See how the trunk comes up? And then it reaches out to the sides. So if we were being that tree, we would grow and then we would reach out to the sides, right? Like that tree. So try that. So many different tree shapes we can do, right? All right, here's our last one. This is called a twisted tree. Well, I call it a twisted tree. So if we were doing that kind of tree, we would grow and then twist, right? Like that. Okay, so you can do any of those trees this next time we grow, all right? Want to do them again? We could do a live oak where we reach. We could do a palm tree that's tall and has stuff going on up here. We could do the wide tree, the tree that reached out to wide. We could do the weeping willow, where we grew and hung over and let our branches blow in the wind, right? We could do a tree that grows and only reaches to one side. Or we could do a tree that twists as it grows and ends up twisted. Okay, so you decide. We're gonna grow one more time with music and everything, and this time I'm gonna say, pick your favorite tree. All right, decide what tree you're gonna grow into this time, and let's do it. Let's start as a seed. Here's our seed music. Remember, your seed can go anywhere you want it to go. How does your wind go? Maybe it's fast. Maybe it's slow. Get ready to go near your dirt. We are about to fall in the dirt. The wind's gonna stop. Stop the wind. Here comes the dirt, falling into the dirt. All right, we're ready to grow. I know, I can't wait to see what kind of tree you get to be. Here we go. Roots are brown, so they reach down. Take your time, reach your feet into the dirt so they can drink. Leaves are green, they must be seen. Make sure your leaves can see the light. Get ready to grow. Make your leaves so we can eat more sunlight. Flower or tree, what will they be? Amazing shapes we're about to see. What kind of tree did I grow into? That was a weeping willow. Show me your tree. What did you grow into? Wow, I see some live oaks and I see some twisted trees. What else do I see? Yeah, I even see some wide trees, right? And I see one tree that grew to one side. And are there any more? I do see a palm tree, look at that. Ta-da! Good job, you guys. You can replay this last part as many times as you want, and you can try to be different kinds of trees. You can try to be flowers. You can grow into fruits or vegetables or anything you want. So right now, take a bow because you did a great job. Give yourself some applause. Well, thanks for learning about seeds and trees with me today.
Yay, trees!
So if you want to do some more art, the PACE program is going to be posting these kinds of videos at 10 o'clock in the morning every day. We'll have 3 different videos. Some will be creative movement, some will be visual art, and we'll have them for kindergarten, 1st, and 2nd grade. So please come back another day and make some more art with us. If you do want to give a donation to the Acadiana Center for the Arts, there's a link down below where you could do that. That's the nonprofit who manages the PACE program. We would appreciate that. That would help keep our teaching artists working. And feel free to share these videos. And if you are interested in any kind of private lessons, either for an individual or a group on creative movement, you are welcome to email me at lynneclearfield@mac.com. All right, thanks so much. Have a great day. I loved seeing your trees.